Thank you so much for being here today. And every day, it's a new thing you see in the paper, a new attack on working people and on the poor and on our whole country. Every day, another indignity. I was trying to do some research, not the wonderful research you do, but to make sure I didn't sound like an idiot when I was up here today. And I said, okay, this morning maybe something else happened around the Institute of Health. And instead, I saw two other stories. One, that the Department of Health is cutting another 10,000 people and declared that COVID is completely over and they're not going to do anything about it again. That was Kennedy's announcement this morning. 458 people a week die from COVID in the United States. You know you're right around the corner when the public health is so declined now and it's going to get worse from another one of these pandemics, and they're not prepared to do anything about it except for make it worse. At the same time, I saw that the United States Department of Agriculture is cutting aid to all of the regional food banks around the country. 20% drop to the folks here at the regional food bank here, who all can't fill the shelves of food pantries now. 20% drop. It doesn't just help the people that are desperate for the food, it helps the farmers and producers of the food and the truck drivers and everyone that does that, those jobs. Which takes us to here. If these jobs are lost here, there's a couple big things that we've already heard about. If it's lost here, the ripple effect means that one day, not that far away from now, here and around the country, we'll be in a recession sort of like 2008 and 9. There's big, huge parts of our country that have not recovered from 2008 and 9, including around here. That's a big, huge thing. If I don't have a paycheck, I don't go buy a cup of coffee at the diner. It's outrageous. I talked to somebody from the VA. He was a vet for 8 years and then 22 years at the VA. He was given 15 minutes to get out of the building. He was fired with cause, even though he had never gotten a bad review in the 22 years. Means that he can't get unemployment for 6 weeks, and he has to prove that he deserves it. I can't live for 6 weeks without a paycheck. I really can't. And he certainly said he's worked in maintenance for 22 years, he can't. These things are outrageous, and the mayor before, when she said, this is just mean, this is just mean. But there's the other effect. I have family members who are fighting cancer right now. I have family members that are fighting Alzheimer's right now. I have a wonderful, great niece who has cerebral palsy. It's just outrageous of what they're saying about human beings, that they don't deserve this care. They don't deserve this, and they're not going to get this. And for what? So you can do massive tax cuts for the richest people in the history of the world. That's the thing. One guy in this country, $452 billion. I have to, like, every once in a while, just go, $1 billion is $1,000 million. How hard would I have to work to get $1 billion? How would I spend it other than buying a basketball team? It's outrageous what you can think about. Taxing them 1%, 2%, we could have everything that we needed in this country, in this world. We could take care of these problems. We could start researching how to make better life for everyone. Instead, we're here today trying to fight for what the little we have when we need so much more. I'd be willing to bet you could give other speeches today saying, this is actually what we really need. Don't despair and don't give up, is what I've been saying to everyone that talks to me. People that are losing their jobs right and left or afraid that they're going to. Don't despair and don't give up. In other parts of our American history, we have built mighty movements that have said, enough, we're not going to live like this any longer. That's what we're called to do now. We need to tell the statistics and the truth around what's happening, and we need to tell the human stories of how this actually affects human beings. And we will gather the forces we need to fundamentally change this country.